Can you see me? Yeah, you can see me. Oh, my hair is all wet. I was swimming. I went swimming in the pool down there. I didn't bring any flies are everywhere. I didn't bring any equipment with me. I want to check out how far it was, which is heard on the last piece of footage. It's only about 20 meters. Once you go through those big thick trees, there's the pool. When I bought my mobile phone and I filmed it on my phone, so I'll splice that into this footage later. And you'll see me swimming earlier. You'll see it later, but it happened earlier. The flies are everywhere. They're out in their drones. Midget flies, which are the worst because they actually chew you. But once I get a fire going and stuff, once you stop moving, they get you. You stop moving, they come and they attack you. You know. This spot is amazing. I'm looking around the place. There's not a single. Can you see that in the background? What's in the background? Oh, you see the river a little bit. But the view I have is, look at my view. That's what I'm going to be looking at from the tent. This nice little pool here. And kind of that is my main view, which is pretty lovely. Yeah, it's amazing. But best thing is, you know, as I'm here, look at that beard. There's no signs of, there's no rubbish, cigarette butts, beer bottles, cans. There's nothing around here. It's untouched because of what it takes to get here, basically. And it wasn't that rough. It was about, I'd say it took me like 40 minutes to get through the bush. But that's because I was zigzagging back and forth. Most of that trail now I've hacked out, so it'll be much easier tomorrow. And of course the bag will be lighter tomorrow. Tomorrow I won't have food or water. That'll be all gone. So the bag will be much lighter. There was a sketchy spot there where I had to get down on my hands and knees, I had to take the bag off, down on my hands and knees, and crawl through this like kind of archway of all these pines. And these are Norwegian spruce, that are the real thick needles. I got one in my hand. Stuck right in. They're like razors. They stick right into you. So yeah, I had to crawl through a space of about 15 meters. I had to crawl through to see what was on the other side. And then I could see the daylight coming through the canopy. I was like, yeah, the river's just up there. I could hear it too. I could hear the river. And I had to crawl back through it, open my paracord, 100 meters of paracord, tie it around the bag, and drag the bag back through that tunnel that I just smashed out. I want to leave that part there because it would deter anybody. And the part before it, and it's about 100 meters through that forest is where that park is. And I want to like hack the rest of tomorrow. I'm going to hack out that spot. I'm going to hack out the spot that I was on. Because the weather's been so dry, the ground's been okay, but trust me, any other time of year it's going to be very, very boggy and stuff like that. But it's worth it. It's worth making that effort to get to this spot because there's nobody around. It's a beautiful spot. This is grassland here, like this is grass, you know? Like that's grass. Sorry, flies over. This is grass, and then you have that's like sand-ish. And you got your river, and there's a swimming pool down there. It's a nice big swimming pool down there. Get that camera. Come on. What the heck? Oh yeah. Yeah. So let's flip the screen out there. There we go. Yeah, there's a nice big swimming pool down there too. It's a beauty spot. Best I've ever seen in Ireland. Privately, I mean, there's no one around. The flies are a problem, but of course if you came here any other time of year there wouldn't be this many flies. You know, it's because it's June. It's the 21st of June. It's the summer solstice. It's the longest day of the year. It is now 17:53, so it's 5 to 6. It's 6 o'clock in 7 minutes, but I still have 5 hours of daylight. So I'm going to cut some of those pine branches away to clear that area there. It's nice and flat there. I brought the shovel, small shovel. I don't think I need to use it though. I had a nice swim. I swam for about 15 minutes. It was really nice. Not wearing a t-shirt under here, but I have a spare shirt with me. But that's it. I didn't bring my dry bag. I forgot it, so I don't have spare boxers or socks. Only my boxers got wet because I swam on my boxers and t-shirt. The t-shirt's drying on the branch over there. There's the t-shirt. It's drying out. It's almost dry actually because it's so hot. You know? So right now I think it was at 26, 27 degrees. Anyone not in the British Isles, you know, if you're from America or Canada, you're going to go, what? 27 degrees? It's nothing. I've explained this before. When you live on an island, it's the humidity. It's unbelievable. Like, so a 27 degree day in Dublin is like a 40 degree day in, you know, Toronto or wherever. It's scorching. It's just so hot. It's because of the humidity. It'll be 100% or more if that's possible. So that's the problem. It just gets so Just gets so warm. Yesterday was a record breaker, I think, 28 degrees. That's a tie breaker. We've had that before, but it never usually gets higher than that. We had, for Dublin anyway, and this is Wicklow, so this is south of Dublin. But God, these flies are everywhere. Yeah, it's just a beauty spot and lovely day, nice warm day. The pool is so nice. It's like tepid. It's like room temperature because it flows down here, and the sun heats all the rocks, so the water heats up and it flows all the way down. I couldn't believe it. It was so, you know, when you dip into water, you always get that. First of all, it didn't even happen. It was just smooth, and I was wearing a t-shirt, you know.
Maybe deeper in the middle. There's a really sharp rock right here. Yeah, there. Wow. The thing is massive. It's got a corner on it. It's not really worn down. But oh god, this is so refreshing. The temperature is amazing. It's like, it's warm, you know? It's actually warm, even in the shade here. Because the water that's ran down is all hot. The reason nobody swims here is because there's so many rocks in there. There's so many rocks. Only the very middle of it is empty, and it's only about 6 foot around. So yeah. Anyway, that's me having a swim, baby. I don't know what you're doing, but I hope you're enjoying yourself. Ooh. St. Kevin's Pool. It was lovely. It was a great swim. When I'll do it again, as long as I don't break out with some skin allergy because it turns out the water's poison. I don't know, it shouldn't be. It's fast flowing water all the way down. So, and wish I could have brought my phone into the water. I turned my phone on and set it up on I put my shoe and I put it inside the shoe, so it's filming there. I couldn't take the phone out. I was afraid if I dropped the phone I'm screwed. My girlfriend's picking me up tomorrow. And I need my phone to be able to call her and be like, here's where I am, come pick me up. She knows where I am anyway, but just to make sure. So yeah, they're starting to bite. Midget flies are the worst. And it's always bodies of water. It's all woodlands beside water, which is the best of the best in my opinion. Most people want their palm trees, white sand, not me. I want the forest and the lake. But the problem with the forest and the lake is, the white sand and the blue lagoon beaches, you're going to get mosquitoes. In a place like this, you're going to get midget flies, and they eat you alive. And I didn't bring the inner mesh in my tent. I should have, because I only brought one sleeping bag, so I should have brought the inner mesh in my tent. I totally forgot it. So the flies are going to eat me alive tonight, tomorrow morning, basically. I'll go sleep tonight, and when I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to be bitten. I just hope I don't swell. Sometimes it happens. Most of the time it doesn't. Most of the time I'm fine. I don't wear insect repellent or any of that stuff. I never need to. I never need to before. When I start the fire, especially, they'll disappear. But between the hours of it's going to get, longest day of the year, it's going to get bright at about 4:30 in the morning, at 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning. And I'll be getting up at around 9 o'clock. So in that 3.5 hour, whatever, 4.5 hour window, they're going to eat me alive. So one just landed on the lens there, I wonder if you saw it. So yeah, that's not cool. The lens is pretty dirty actually. Not cool, man, not cool. Damn it, Phil, you gotta clean your lens. So yeah, it's this is great so far, and I still have plenty of time. I'm gonna have some food now. Hot noodle. I'll do a little. I have the stove with me. I remember the stove. Remember? Oh God, the flies are out. Yeah. Listen, when you start sitting still and you start making noise, I think they can hear you. I think they know they can hear you. They're like, hey, something new is in the forest. Let's go eat it. You know, it knows you're not a fox or a deer or whatever. And Yeah, he'll just come and eat you. There was like, you should have seen how many deer there was when I first got here. I said it in the footage earlier. Got another pine needle in my arm, they're like daggers. There was like 20 deer over there, all different generations. You know, the older ones with the silver on them, and then the mothers and younger and then babies. What do they call it? I don't know. Doe, a deer, female deer. What's a young deer called? A buck? Is it a buck? Or is that a boy? I don't know. But yeah, there was crap loads of them right across here, big gang of them. And then I went, "Hi, dearies," and they all just ran. I said it loudly, and they all just ran away. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a great spot. I love it. I'm gonna clear that out now. Pitch the tent. Put down the air mat, the ground sheets, the air mat. Sleeping bag, let it loft and so on. Not that I need it, it's so warm. I can sleep without a sleeping bag tonight. The weather's just so nice. And then, I don't know where I'm going to put my chair. I don't want to disturb these flowers, whatever they are. See these bad boys that are growing right here. Oh, got one there, two there, one there, and they're there. I think I'll put my chair here, maybe. And the fire, you know, grab some rocks out of the river, make a little fire pit right there so it doesn't spread in the dry weather. I'll put some sand down too. There's lots of sand here. See the sand. I have the shovel with me so I can take the sand out and so on. I'll put a sand layer down and put the rocks down, and that'll be where my fire will be. Should be good. So yeah, all those branches there. You see this clearing here? In a couple of minutes, it'll all be gone, and my tent will go up. Okay, bye. Well, space is opened right up now. Flies everywhere. Woo. You know why? They were on those branches and I've just disturbed their home. But look at the space now. It's very open. Those are bigger flies. Those are not midget flies. Those are those mock fly things. When you disturb them, they attack you. Make a ridge line for the tent too. That's going to be a challenge. That's why it pays to have the big knife. So I forgot my ground pegs. So I have to make 4 ground pegs for the tent. Wow, these flies are unbelievable. Wow, flies are everywhere. This will do for the ground pegs. The tent is just hanging there, as you can see. Put up my ridge line. The tent's just hanging there. I gotta stake them up by making stakes. And I won't show that because I've shown it a million times before. But I'm making stakes. Not for dinner, but for tent. Ha 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 ha. Start that again. I didn't film last time. I was filming talking away. I didn't get the footage. So tent's up. Not the tightest in the world, but it's okay. It's not going to rain tonight. Even if it did, that would be fine. I'm sure it's almost dry because of the weather, the heat. The flies are everywhere, and it sucks because for the longest day of the year, the flies will be out forever. I'm going to have to, you know, start the fire in the daylight just to get the smoke going and clear, you know, clear. Can you see them? I don't know if you can see them, but they are everywhere. They're just everywhere. One bit me here on the side of the ear, and it hurts. It bit me just before I killed it, I think. So, look at my spot. Look at my beauty spot. Yeah, welcome to the river. Flies, man, damn flies, man. Alright, back in the tick. Okay, so all set up sleep-wise.
all gone. Put down the 2 ground sheets. Glad I brought 2 ground sheets actually, because you can feel the pine needles under one. And I'm still not confident. I think these might burst my air mat in the over through the course of the night. It could happen. I have to be careful. When you fall asleep, and that's it. And I'm hoping it doesn't. I do have another one. I bought 2 of those mats. I love them. The Trekology UL 80. Great one. There's a new one, a 140, UL 140 I think it is. I haven't tried that one, but this one is amazing. I bought 2 of them. Best one I've ever used, 4-inch stick, really good. Love that air mat. So yeah, also I'm going to close that now to kind of keep some of the flies out. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what good it'll do. So it's kind of a trip spot here as well for where that thing is. The flies are just everywhere. Oh my god! And what happens? Woodlands next to the water. And a woodland next to the water. This is what happens, man. Poop happens when you party by the water, man. Woo! Right, I need food. I have a hot noodle. Bang up the stove. Hot noodle and a cup of tea. Should be good. But you're constantly trying to move. If you actually stop and stop still, they're just everywhere. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? They're everywhere. They're so bad. I hate them. Look at that beard. Bah. I'm a billy goat. Bah. Ooh, I think I heard a dog way over in that direction. Then again, the river, the rocks, all that stuff makes crazy sounds. Earlier, I left all my stuff here. Went about 30 meters around that bend. Went swimming. And I was convinced I heard people talking here, checking out my bag and stuff. So I panicked, got dressed real quick, came back in my bare feet. Didn't even throw my shoes on yet. Came back, nobody here. It's the sounds the river makes you think that there's people here, even when there's not people here. See the river? There's the river. And the river runs through it. Robert Redford, Brad Pitt. Come on, what's the guy's name? Tom Skerritt. River runs through it. Okay, food time. Ah, flies. Damn flies, man. Damn flies. I gotta clean up this gear bomb. Our gear bomb is going bye-bye. Alright, everything is tidied up. Everything I don't need is in the bag. My phone there because the trails are still wet. Don't have my phone in my pocket yet. My warm coat and stuff is inside that bag on the top of it. Food is in the back. I just had a pot noodle, but I need, I have a couple of sandwiches there. Eat them later if I want. That's my alcohol and that's up there. And that's my alcoholic spirits, the fire starter thing. That's the shovel that I bought. Pretty cool shovel. Nice size, nice weight, continuous. I don't like the ones that fold out. The ones that you screw together never last very long. This will last for life, yeah, solid stuff. It's only €16 in Builders Providers. Core, they're called. Core Builder Providers. Very good. Good lads. I like them. And yeah, that's really it. I'm all set up, ready to go. This is Fort Me. And I got my chair ready and so on. Sit down here. When you stop moving, the flies come out like crazy. There's just so many of them everywhere. They won't leave you alone. They're landing on my hands, landing on my wrists. They're very brave. I've killed a few. I've smacked a few out of it. I'm pretty sure they died when I hit them. Sorry, I'm not opening the last leg of the tripod here so you can see what's up over here. Hold on. There we go. Flip the screen out. There it is. And now, no more movement. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's about it. When you stop still, they're just everywhere, And they never really let up, if you would think, oh, they'll find out I'm nothing, they can't eat me, I've no salt or sugar for, well, sugar, get off the camera. But what's happened is the midget flies are gone, and now these black flies are coming out, they're bigger. They're not as annoying as the midget flies, which will land on you and bite you like crazy, but these things will knock into you, they fly around, they can hit you in the eye, you can swallow them. I've swallowed one before. I saw I was coming into a place once, I was walking in, my head clipped the top of a branch, one flew down and I went immediately in my mouth. I was coughing like crazy tonight. Yeah, it was horrible. That wasn't that long ago actually, it was like a month ago, doing a day hike. And yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, they won't let up, you think like either you're going to go, they'll figure out I'm nothing and they'll leave me alone. I think they do, but then the next wave comes along, you know, and it's just there's so many out here. They just never give up, they just never leave you alone. Just constantly. Constant wave after wave of flies. And it will remain that way until I start the fire. So I'm going to have half a sandwich, another cup of tea, some more water because I'm sweating like crazy. So hot, like. Oh, look at my you see my gear tree. There's my gear tree. Gear tree and hanger. Gear tree and washing line. That t-shirt will be bone dry in about an hour, I would say. Oh god, these flies are unreal. I know I keep complaining about the flies, I'll try to stop doing that, but yeah. So that's what's happening. I'm just gonna have a cup of tea, and my spare t-shirt is in there too if I need that later, which I think I will. I'll get chilly in the night probably, and I got my coat if I need it. It's a nice breeze coming through right there, that's very good. There's a crazy sound, it's going like ooh, ooh, ooh in intervals, and it's an owl. He's in that big oak across the river over here. A bit annoying when he keeps going. He does it for like about a minute and a half straight, and then just stops for about 10 minutes. But he'll start up again pretty soon. If I notice it again, it kind of blends in the background. But if I notice it again, I'll film it. You won't be able to see it because it's over in that big oak tree. But you can hear it. It's a real distinct sound. Oh god, once you stop. Do you know what? It's probably not once you stop still. They're probably always around like this. But when you stop still, you notice them. I think they're constantly around you as you're moving. So yeah, I'm gonna have a cup of tea, half a sandwich, rest for about half an hour. When I say rest, I mean I have to keep moving because these things will eat me alive. And then start chopping firewood. I'm going to start a little fire with all those things. First of all, just to get smoke in the area to keep these things away from me, while I'm working around the fire to actually cut some decent wood. And there's so many low hanging branches that should be trimmed. Like if this wasn't an old growth forest, if it was a proper forest, they would have cut them down ages ago. You're supposed to. They're not good. The sunlight is at the top, and that's where the big branches are, is where you want them to be. So they should be sheared anyway. So there's no problem there. It doesn't harm the tree to cut the low hanging branches down, and they're full of resin. You get great firewood out of them. I wanted to cut too much firewood because the resin branches will burn forever. So they're going to be great. I'm hoping I can find a nice tree in the forest in there to actually, get some thicker logs out of, kind of thing. But it's not going to be like, I'm going to do like a slow, small fire for hours just for these flies. I don't want a big fire. I don't need one. It's really warm out here. It's always nice to look at, but like I said as well, there's not going to be, it's the longest day of the year. It's the 21st of June, Saturday, 21st of June. It's longest day of the year, and I'm totally unprepared for this when it comes to these flies. I need one of those mask hooks. God, the midget flies are all over me as well. And you touch those little babies and they die, They flick them and they just fall to pieces, but they're everywhere, they're all over me. There's about, 100 of them that are dead on me right now, and they die. But sometimes they bite you just before you manage to hit them. And some bit me on the ear here, it's kind of, they bite you all over. It's only certain places that you'll actually feel it for whatever reason. I'm not sure. Anybody who watches YouTube outdoor camping videos, you'll know Joe Robinette, He's had terror with them. He's in Canada, doing canoe trips. They're everywhere, and he's had some crazy allergic reactions to them. Midget flies, they're the worst, without a doubt. You don't mind these big black flies. They're kind of annoying to fly into you, but at least they don't bite you. And actually, since they come in waves, the black flies are gone now, and the midget flies are coming back in. So, it's weird, I must know. I think the black flies realise you're nothing and they leave you alone after a while. These midget flies, I would say there's probably 100 midget flies for every black fly. They're just incredible. I don't know if you can see them, but they're everywhere. Anyway, I'll stop talking about them now because you're already aware that there's crap loads of them everywhere and they're killing me. Anyway, it's going to be firewood cutting time soon. I'm going to go down to the riverbed there, collect some rocks to make a circle. I'm not sure where to put the fire. Yeah, I'm going to have to go in the centre here because I want the smoke to get. There's no wind either. The smoke's going to go straight up, but it'll still help. And then I can kind of work that side of it. I haven't disturbed these flowers or little plants that are growing here. I don't want to do that. They're beautiful. I don't know what they are. Anybody know what they are? Those purple flowers right there? What are they? What is that? Anyone know? It looks wilted, like it's not standing up straight, but I don't know. It's not lavender, is it? No, it's not lavender. I know lavender's a purple flower. Lilac, is that a flower? I know it's a colour. Well, I know that thing is highly poisonous. That could be highly poisonous and Tippy wouldn't even know it. I wouldn't even know it at all. I'll do that short now so you can see the one behind my shoulder. Really cool. That's a pretty nice anchor actually, I like that. That's cool. Okay, food time. Then rock collecting time. Then what else? Wood chopping. And we'll take a break after that after the rock collecting. So food now, a little bit of a rest, keep moving around, and I'll actually try to film. I'll try to film me going collecting those rocks, because that's something new. You've never seen me do that before, or have you? I don't know. But I'll go down and collect some rocks. Alright, check back in later. The owl is in that big tree right there. That one, top one. This one here, see that there goes all the way down, and he's in that tree. Saw him earlier. Pretty big too. At first I thought it was a kestrel. It's actually now, yeah, he's off there. Alright, see you later. Rocks. Super smooth rocks. Not the biggest rocks in the world, but they'll do. Again, I hope. I hope I have enough, but if I don't have enough, I'll just go down and collect more. Can you hear him? Whoop, whoop. Yeah, he's out there, Mr. Owl. There's a root. There's a root down there. Well, you get the idea. Yeah, it's a root. Big root too. It's nice. It's a nice little burn area. I'll actually cut that root out just in case. That's what can really smolder the root system down below. So that's it for the moment. Not going to be a big fire. That's a good enough area. It's nice and naturally sandy, which doesn't smolder all that much. God, you could, all the sand below you here plus the water, you make some really good cement, you know. Filter out all the stones and stuff.
Make some really good natural cement. Build yourself a house. I won't be doing that, but you could, Mr. Bushcraft Man. Second thought, probably could have made this bigger. Wow, the melon. It's alright, not the worst. We'll do small fire, kind of like a, not twig, but small branch fire. I'll probably cut about 10 logs like thick, like wrist logs, arm logs, so on. That's alright. Not so bad. You trusty shovel. So yeah. I wonder if I just start swinging wildly in the air at my shovel, will I kill flies? Die! Die, fly! Die! Die! Leave me alone. You know I'm not food. Put that there. That'll be a nice little fire. Nice little fire pit. Keep contained, keep together. Should be alright. About 1 foot by 1 foot. It's always most fire dishes, so it's kind of all you need. I'll throw the twigs into the bottom of it there. That'll be good. Then my wood cuttings from earlier when I made the stakes from my tent. I made the wooden stakes, lots of them around. Collect a few of them, put them in. They should be okay. Should be okay. Yeah. Alright. Mini fire time. Get some smoke around this area. What an adventure I've had so far. So let me try to explain this best I can. I've no signal whatsoever. No signal. I realised, tried to post a video, wouldn't post. I realised, you know, I've no signal. So I had to fight my way back out through it. It was easier than the first time because I know the route a little bit better. Still got a little bit lost. Coming in took about 40 minutes, going back out about half an hour, and then of course I had to come back again. So that was an hour gone to go out and make a phone call. Finally managed to get a signal. My girlfriend didn't answer, but I left a voicemail. Hopefully she gets that. She won't be able to get back to me because, you know, that's what you think of when you're out there. You know, she'll worry, she'll panic, she'll be worried all night, that kind of thing. So yeah, had to make sure she will get the voicemail. And one message did deliver while I was there. I posted 3 more messages on WhatsApp. They wouldn't, they were just, you know, the clock. They didn't go. Also tried to email, it's in a queue. Maybe that's sent when I got the signal out there. They'll probably send it also. Yeah, just explaining that it's 9 o'clock now. And I haven't, well, look, exactly 9, I just turned around as I said that. And I haven't cut a single bit of firewood. I've been an hour, maybe hour and a half, but that trek in and out, even without the bag, kill my back. My lower back is killing me. You're hunched down trying to go under these trees that you don't have to cut. I don't have eyewear either. That's always so you try to avoid the branchy thing. I put my gloves on, brought the axe, hacked a few, just wrecked me. I'm here now. It's going to be the world's smallest fire. I'm going to cut one wrist thick log down. Not branches because I have to prune them, not take too long. I'll cut the big one down, skin it with the axe, chop it up, hopefully get about 20 to 30 pieces of wood off it, and that'll be about an hour long fire. And that'll be it, that's all I got. And I will start that fire at about 11 o'clock. It is the longest day of the year, like I've said several times, so that's a good thing, because I mean, I've been camping on this date at least twice before. It doesn't really get dark. The sky stays blue, like an inky black blue. It's never full dark. And before you know it, the sun comes up around 4:15, 4:30 in the morning. Longest day of the year. So yeah, that's the plus side at least. It's, you know, in terms of, and I got my torches on my headlamps and all that. But I like having a fire. Having a fire when you're camping is the best thing ever. I've had plenty of camping trips where I didn't have a fire. But yeah, so that's what happened. And it was really not cool, you know, having to go all the way out back to that road and then make it all the way back into this spot here. Didn't film any of it, you know. I made a video when I was out on the road. I made a video in case I wasn't able to get through to her. I could show her the next day going, look, I tried everything I could. I made a video of me standing on the road going, I even tried to flag some cars down, nobody would stop, they just drove right by me to see if they had a signal. I also tried calling emergency services to see would they do me that favour. Couldn't get through to them either. So, turns out if you don't have a signal, you can't make an emergency call either. I'm having a drink now. I'm a tipple. It's strong. And, you know, well, I'm a billy goat. I'll get chopping wood pretty soon. Yeah, that was bad. It was not cool. We took it out, made the change into the new t-shirt on here, because the branches, all the pine needles fall down behind the back of your neck and they dig in, and it was stuck on my back. I used the damp t-shirt as a towel to kind of wipe my back off of all those pine needles, and then changed over. Probably wasn't the best idea, because when I go chopping wood I'll sweat like crazy and this t-shirt gets soaking wet, but it is a warm night at least. It should dry off in this heat and around the fire. It should dry off okay. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm eating alive. See the rash? See that rash? It's not a rash, they're bites. They're just little bites everywhere, they're all over me. Same, that arm's the worst, I also have it here a little bit. Some bites here as well. They're just chewing your arm. It doesn't matter if you put your sleeves up or down, they just crawl up your arm and bite you. And that's midget flies for you. You still on me? Go! They're everywhere. You just touch them and they disintegrate. They're so small. And there's a black fly. Get out of the black fly. Yeah, horrible session that I just had there, trying to get to a road to get a signal, and I did it in the end, and I left the voicemail. You know, she hadn't heard from me by the time it was dark. She started to panic and either wouldn't sleep all night or would drive back out here and come look for me and send a search party, and you know, didn't want that to happen. So she'll get the voice. She can't get back to me. I won't receive anything. I'm not going back out to that road until tomorrow morning. So yeah, didn't realise that. New area, never been here before. It's a lovely area and I love it. And just, you know, you don't, as much as you plan for things, you just don't know what's going to happen. You know, just the nature of the game, really. But I need to shave. There. Yeah, so I'm sure it's fine anyway. She'll get the voicemail plus the message that did send, which says, I have no signal, sorry. And also everything's okay, you know, I'm fine. But obviously I won't be able to hear back from her until tomorrow morning. So yeah, that sucks. But that's what happens. Yeah, it's firewood chopping time. And then get the fire going. I'll film that. Right, there's a fox over here on the side of the river. He keeps squealing at me. Yeah. They say they're nocturnal, but I think it's a matter of, not really daylight, like diurnal, nocturnal. I think it's a time of day. I think they come out at 9 o'clock kind of thing, regardless. Because I have them all over my area where I live. They're out in my back garden, and now because of the summer, I look out the window sometimes. See, last night there was one. And there they are, like, you know, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, full daylight. And there they are in the back garden. So I think that's how foxes operate. He's over there, and I couldn't see him, but he was moving across, squealing at me as he was going every couple of minutes, taking his time. And then he ended up over there. I thought I saw him, but I wasn't sure. He'd be brown and he'd blend in with all those browns. And he was squealing at me, and he disappeared. I squeal back. I go, I squeal back at him. Yeah. And anyway, that's my little friend. I always call him Foxy. All their names are Foxy. How many foxes do you know? All of them. There's only one fox in the world, man. One fox with a million different faces. Most of them won't bring lasagna at work. Most of them will just cheat on you. Name that film. Goes the wind. It's Clerks, by the way. Kevin Smith himself delivered that line. Alright. Wood cutting time, right? Wood cutting time. Funky, funky. I only shaved it down. It was actually, the rest of it was almost that thick here. And here during the week. I can't grow it here or here. It doesn't really come in. And when it does, it's red. That's red. This part is kind of blondie. It's kind of blondie there. And it starts to turn red. And then the underneath is black. For some reason, you got a black neck. And a tricolour beard. Always did. This is less blonde than it used to be. It used to be crazy blonde. The tash, this part here, and the sides here used to be crazy blonde. But not anymore. I was blonde when I was a kid, till I was about 8 years old. Really fair hair. Still, and last time I used to live in a hot country, Gran Canaria, sunshine every day. And I just went crazy blonde, you know. When I came back, people were like, "You dye your hair?" I was like, "No, it didn't. It just goes very, very fair in the sun." Yeah, damn you flies. Go away, fly. Stupid fly. Super fly. Stupid fly. Yeah, screw this, man. My back hurts. I don't want to go chopping too much wood, so I'm gonna go look for a nice one, take it down, work on that, and that's it. We're gonna have a 1 hour fire in the dark for a little while. It's gonna be nice. And then as it dies down, put the torches on, headlamp on, finish my little tipple over here. And I really like, you know, I lie in the tent. I've done this a couple of times when it was really bad weather, actually. Lie in the tent with your torch on, read on my phone, a couple of novels on my phone. Read one of them on with Stephen King's latest novel, Never Flinch it's called. So read that and listen to the river. That's not bad. It's not a bad night. Oh, little bags in my eyes. Where did you come from, you evil mother? Alright. Going bald ain't no fun. I hate going bald. Why can't you just take what's here, you know, and just... Someday they'll figure it out. Modern science will figure that out. And the guy who does figure it out, or the woman who does figure it out, whoever it may be, they're gonna be gazillionaires. I can take the follicles from your face and put them on your head. Cha-ching. Can you say cash money? It was almost gone. The end of it's always so strong. This is whiskey, by the way, mixed with Coke. Blah. It's a strong brew. That's a strong brew, lad. That's a very, very strong. Ah, kill on me. Nearly got. I'm gonna drop. Last one. Second last. Whoa. That's good. It's gonna hit me now. Make me nice and warm and numb and comfy. And cut my face. Maybe I did. Did I cut my face? Did I? Yeah, wood chopping time. So we'll check in later when it's fire time. Oh.